Hi divas! Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Elizabeth Ann, and welcome to another bookish video. I'm so excited! Your breath real quick. I was gonna film this in front of my cute little bookshelf over here, but I felt it might be funnier if I film it on the stage, because growing up, my best friends and I would film countless videos on this stage. And let's flip the camera. For starters, before we showcase the stage, let's just go ahead and showcase. Yeah, right. Shout out John Green. We got some things on the stage, but I could move it. Might be easier to film, but I'm gonna see if this will work. Oh, this is cute. Yeah. Okay, so I've been wanting to do a TBR jar forever. I did a homemade TBR jar until I ordered a real one, but she's in this gorge glass. So we're going to draw 6. I read 12 books this month. It's very, very out of character. I do read a lot, but not 12. I have been down with like surgery and stuff, so I haven't been doing a lot of other activities that I usually would, like filming a bunch of vlogs and stuff like that. So don't usually read this much, but I'm on a roll and I have so many anticipated reads for this month, May. So we're gonna do like 6 of these, and then the rest I'm gonna go over. I think I've talked about it before, but we're gonna go over them again. I'm gonna have to put you guys here for this part. So let's mix it up. I hand like drew these earlier. Okay. First one. Let's see if I can read my own handwriting. Start a new series. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I think I'll do the Lila Sage series because I've been wanting to start that anyway. So we'll do that. I can't remember which one's the first one, but I'll put it on this screen right here. I mean, Lila Sage. Is that Lila Sage? But yeah, anyhow. Okay. 2. Fave author. So I guess I'll do one of my anticipated reads for this, and I will do Annabelle Moynihan's, and it's not a love story. I'm so excited. I'm so salty that it doesn't come out until the last week of May. It comes out the last Tuesday of May, which is the 27th, which is so disrespectful. I'm seriously so excited for this book. I love her book so much. And in the previous year, last year, whenever she was putting on her book, I was like, I was kind of like in a slump and I wasn't ready to read it. So I didn't read it for a month or 2, but this one, I'm like on the edge of my seat. So that'll be number 2. I guess it would be more fun if I actually showed you me doing that. On the shelf more than a year. I don't have my normal shelf because I'm at home, but let me see if there's any on here that I have wanted to read and I just never read, but I bought. Okay, I'm going to choose this one. My grandma was a huge reader. When I lived in Dallas, she gave me a few of her Dorothy Gilman because I like Agatha Christie, and she said it's kind of similar, and she liked them, maybe not better, but similarly to Agatha Christie, and she had a bunch in the garage, so I took a few. This is one of them, and I've just had them kind of sitting around. I have a few. There's a stack over there of them. But it says, the last thing Miss Polifax expects to find in her closet is a young woman hiding. Katie Hopkirk insists that she's being pursued by 2 men in a van. Under the cover of darkness, Miss P tries to drive Katie home to Manhattan, only to have a dark green sedan give them a run for their money, and Miss P begins to suspect their lives. Ever resourceful, Miss P puts in a call to help her CIA colleague, Carstairs, who installs them a safe house at a carnival. Before Miss P knows it, a dash to safety expands into an assignment that leads to hair-trigger violence in exotic places. Interesting. I wonder what year this was I guess it's probably the 90s. Wow, I'm good. 95. So it's about, yeah, 230 pages. So it's a quick read. I haven't read any of these series, so I hope. But anyhow, excited to read. So that's that one. And let me pull the. Yeah. What are we on? 1, 2, 3. We're on 4. Thriller. Okay, sorry, we got a call. But as I was saying, we have Thriller. I'm trying to think. I guess technically I'm reading a thriller right now. So is that cheating? I'm going to go with that. Thriller's going to be Saltwater because it's a thriller and I'm just started it. I'm like maybe like 50-ish, 60 pages in. So we're going to stick with that. Okay, so that's 4. This is 5. 5-star prediction. Okay, well, I guess I'll do another one from my most anticipated. And I am going to go with One Golden Summer because I just finished rereading Every Summer After. I don't know, you guys will probably see this one before you see my reread of Every Summer After. But I have a prediction that One Golden Summer is going to be a 5-star read. So, big slay. All right. Let's see. Oh, I pulled 2. Maybe I'll do 2 more. A seasonal read. Okay. A seasonal read. All right. And I'm going to see what this one is while we have it. Book you've started before. Okay, well, that answers that question. Book I started before, I am going to choose Swan Song because I've been trying to read it and I just haven't gotten into it like I wanted to. And then seasonal read. Let's see. Oh, I know. My friend Maddie actually commented and suggested a book for me to read. So let's pull it up and see what it is. Paradise Problem. Okay. I'm going to read Paradise Problem for my seasonal read, and let's count these and see how many. Technically, I've used like 2 of my 4 anticipated reads for the month. So I might pull a few more. 2, 4, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll make it even. I'm going to do 8. I'm running out of like power. You guys know how I feel about the M10. Oop. Okay. Friends to Lovers. Oh gosh. Friends to Lovers. I'm gonna have to do some research on this one, but I'll put it on the screen right here, which one I choose, because I don't really know. But that's 8. So those are my 8 from my little impromptu TBR jar. I thought they were just so cutesy. And then we'll go over my most anticipated reads for May, which, as I said, I've included 2 of them already, but give me 1 second. Okay, let's get started into my most anticipated. Oh, why is the writing so small? I did forget that Tinks's new book comes out, but I don't honestly know if I'm gonna like it. I pre-ordered it on Kindle. So yeah, that's that. And there's been a lot of like drama stuff around that because apparently she had a ghostwriter, but TBD. Tell you about One Golden Summer. One Golden Summer is Charlie from Every Summer After, which is the brother of the main male character. It's his love story, so I'm very excited to read. That's that. And then it's a love story also. I will put the cards on the screen right here. I've talked about both of these like multiple times. Annabelle Monaghan is one of my favorite authors ever. I love her books so much. And yeah, anyway, so I've talked about this multiple times. We're going to skip over that. One that I'm very excited for is What Happens in Amsterdam. My friend Maddie lives in Amsterdam, and when I saw this coming out, I immediately sent to her and was like, oh my god. But anyway, I think it's like forced marriage, forced proximity. I can't really remember. We'll just read it. Danny Dorfman has somehow made it into her 30s without knowing what made what she wants to do with her life. So when an office romance ends poorly and gets her fired, she applies for a job in Amsterdam, idly dreaming of escaping the mess she's created, but never imagining she'll actually get it. Except she does. By the end of her first week in Amsterdam, she's never felt more adrift or alone. Then she crashes her bike into her high school ex-boyfriend, and suddenly life is blooming with new opportunities. Was a Dutch exchange student Danny's family hosted a forbidden love that was sizzled with a painful breakup. Years later, there's still sizzling chemistry between them, and okay, maybe a little animosity. More importantly, Wilder needs to be married to inherit a gorgeous family home on the canal, and when Danny's job falls apart, she needs a visa. As a marriage of convenience pushes them together in unexpected ways, Danny must decide whether her new life is yet another mistake or if it's worth taking risk on a second chance. Okay, second chance romance and forced proximity. Usually just dating, but I see it's marriage this time. Interesting. Anyhow, so I'm very excited to read that one. Next one, I've never read an Allie Hazelwood book. That's a lie. I did read her short, like, novella, Christmas novella. First of all, I don't know how she writes so many books in a year. Okay? Love to see it. But when my friend sent me this and she said, "No, you're gonna love this one," I said, okay. Read. Basically it's like forbidden love, older brother, age gap, older brother. Oh my god. Older brother's best friend, like age gap relationship type thing. Anyway, clock that tea. I think it's kind of like what is that movie called with Sydney Sweeney and Glenn Powell? Anyone But You vibes plus age gap. So I'll take it. Anywho, so I think that's it. I do have a lot of books already in my TBR. I have about 250 pages left in Magnolia Parks. Finishing that, I'm sucked in. The drama, insane. So I'll probably finish that pretty soon. I'm trying to think what else. I really want to read Promise Me Sunshine. I do have The Happiness Project to read, or The Passion Project, which I'm very excited. I think I'm going to start that tonight, actually. I've been putting it off all week. So I guess that's technically a May TBR, but I think that's basically it as far as TBR goes. I can't really remember. All right, I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys.